three-time world champion from Spain against PV Sindhu of India. Lovely to see PV Sindhu back after all her injury troubles earlier this year. Then we finish with women's doubles and the qualifiers from Korea, Jung and Chen up against Kakiwa and Maeda of Japan. So to our next match, it is men's singles. Chen Long, the world champion and #1 seed from China, up against the young Dane, the #6 seed, Viktor Axelsen. Well, as far as the Super Series standings are concerned, Chen Long consolidating his place at the top of that list after winning his 4th Super Series event of the year in Seoul just last month. Kenta Momoto, well, he was a semi-finalist, so he remained at #2. In fact, the top 2 there have won 6 of the 8 previous Super Series events this year. Viktor Axelsen swapped places with his teammate, Janno Jorgensen, who sadly couldn't compete in either Japan or Korea because of illness. And Chao Tien Chen, semi-finalist in Japan, semi-finalist in Seoul in Korea, and he's semi-finalist here today as well. And I suspect he might well go up from that #8 position. He shot up from 10 to #8 after the Korean Open. I wouldn't be surprised at all if he goes up even further. Now, as I was saying, just before the mixed doubles final, men's singles as well as women's singles, same scenario. 4 different nations represented at semi-final stage. That really is extraordinary. At quarter-final stage, 2 of the seeds had gone. 1 seed lost in the first round. That was Kashyap Parupalli, losing to the former world #1, Lee Chong-wei. And the other seed to fail to reach the designated quarter-final stage was Shrikant Kidambi, the #5 seed, beaten by Tomi Sugiyato. And there's another player that's a welcome return to form after injury problems, Tomi Sugiyato. Not that the home fans will probably concur with me on that, because of course he beat the #2 seed, Jan Jorgensen, as you saw, right in the bottom quarter of the draw. Well, Steen, we had the privilege of watching Viktor Axelsen in both his second round match against last year's beaten finalist Song Wan-ho, and again yesterday in the quarterfinal against the 3-time former champion here, Lin Dan, 2-time Olympic champion. We were pondering, weren't we, earlier, as to whether Lin Dan has ever suffered such a dramatic defeat and won so few points in a match since we have been using this form of scoring, the best of 3 games to 21 points. I don't think he probably has.
No, I don't think either. There was one result, but that was with the best of 3 games to 7, where he lost to Bao Chunlei. But tough defeat for Lin Dan yesterday.
Reigning world champion from China.
Yeah, it was really outclassed. Viktor Axelsen is playing like a man possessed, and he's going to have to do so again today if he's to beat the man we see making his way onto court. There he is, the world champion, the defending champion here, the world #1, Chen Long of China.
Please welcome from Denmark, Viktor Axelsen.
Well, he's not only got Danish supports, he was born in this beautiful ancient city of Odense. Many fans here to cheer him on. He has already contested 4 Super Series tournament finals, 3 of them earlier this year. He really has, in my opinion, come of age in 2015 with consistency at really challenging the top players. Well, I think that was emphasized yesterday. We did, however, chat, didn't we, Steen, about the fact that playing one tournament after another, whilst he's in a one-off tournament, can challenge any of the top players. Viktor Axelsen, the 3 Super Series tournament finals he has contested this year. The following week at another Super Series tournament, he's lost in the first round.
Yeah, his twin brother showed up.
So the first duty of our umpire, Eddie Rufianto of Indonesia, the toss of the coin. Morten Uhus of Norway will be our service judge. But quite frankly, the way this young man, the 21-year-old, was playing yesterday, I mean, there was one or two comments about whether Lindan was at his best. I can tell you he wasn't at his best. He wasn't allowed to play his best.
No.
And I think nothing should be taken away from Viktor Axelsen, who thoroughly deserved his victory. He outplayed his opponent, and he is really proven he is a force to be reckoned with. But so too is this man, Chen, the 26-year-old from Hubei province, world number 1 since the 24th of December last year. 3-time winner, first one here in 2011, and then for the last 2 years as well, 2013 and 2014. His win-loss record for the year, 6 finals from 9 tournaments, winning 6 of those, all 6 of those finals. Well, yesterday he had a real battle against Wei Nan, the man who had put out Lee Chong-wei in the last 16, the man from Hong Kong. Dropped the opening game there. But it's interesting, none of his opponents seeded. Obviously, in the first and second round, that's impossible because you can only meet a seed with only 8 seeds at quarterfinal stage onwards. But I thought that Wei Nan played quite magnificently throughout this tournament. So to Viktor Axelsen, number 7 in the world ranking at the moment, has been as high as 5. That was 1 week from the 4th of June earlier this year. As we saw in the Destination Dubai rankings, up 1 place to number 3. This is first ever semi-final at his home event, but his 6th semi-final of this year. And look at that. When I say that he outclassed Lindan, only 15 points scored by the 2-time Olympic champion. That was extraordinary. Song-Wan Ho, the beaten finalist from last year in the second round, and Rajiv Usif, who was silver medalist from the European Championships last year. That is a great run of results, isn't it? Well, as a Danish fan, Steen, you will think that a little ominous. This is the 6th meeting between the 2 men, and all 5 previous going to Chen Long. The last time they met was in the quarterfinal in Jakarta, 2015 World Championships. And look at that scoreline, 30-29.
Ready to play?
That second game. He had 6 game points in that second game in Jakarta, did Viktor Axelsen. But I think what's of interest, that of the 5 previous meetings, more often it's gone to 3 games than not. 3 of those 5 have been a 3-game encounter.
Yeah, but I still think that the last 2 encounters are the most positive for Viktor. He showed in Australia, not necessarily by the scoring line, but by the game, that he eventually can win matches over Chen Long.
Yeah.
And he hasn't done that in the first 3 encounters, even though some of them have gone to 3 games. So the scoreline tells one story, but not always the exact correct story.
On my right, Chen Long, China. And on my left, Viktor Axelsen, Denmark.
Well, you can see there isn't a spare seat in the house now.
Chen Long to serve.
Home fans here.
Play.
Yeah, and today it's all Viktor's family. They're not fans, they are the family today.
It's over. 1 love.
2 former world junior champions on court. Both of them have won medals at World Championships. Bronze medal for Axelsen last year.
Well
Oh,
played.
that's lovely.
Yeah.
So it's over. 1-all.
And this match it's a whole different ball game. I mean, Viktor has played well against Song Ho, against Lin Dan, but now he's up against the best player in 2015 in the world. Only lost once to a non-Chinese player this year, who's got the shot quality, the physicality to challenge Viktor, if you could say that. It's more or less Viktor who needs to challenge Chen Long, but still a good opportunity for Viktor to get a victory over Chen Long, because it's in Odense, his home city, and this tournament probably a bit more important for Viktor than for Chen Long, but still, we could have said that all year, and he still won a lot of tournaments and only lost 2 regular matches.
Yeah.
Service over, 2-all.
Oh, missed that one.
Yeah.
Looking a little bit towards the lights.
3-2.
Perhaps got blinded a little bit when he was about to hit that shot. Was in the middle of the court and might have had the bright lights in his eyes.
Well, Steen, you say that he's, and I don't disagree at all. I wholeheartedly agree with you that Chen Long, best player in the world at the moment, probably
By quite a bit.
by quite a bit. What does that mean that this man has to do to counteract that? What tactics, or are there indeed any weaknesses from Chen Long? Do you? Yeah,
there is, and we saw in Australia that Viktor's attack can actually spell trouble for Chen Long. So he needs to be able to cope with these long rallies, because he has to work harder and more patiently than against Lin Dan and Song Ho. And a rally like this, where he gets an easy point from a mistake, that's just beautiful seen out of Viktor's eyes. Normally we don't see Chen Long make a lot of these more or less easy mistakes.
Yeah.
So move him around the court, wait for the opportunities. Sometimes don't take the opportunity, put another clear in. And play with a lot of variation. That's perhaps the biggest asset Viktor has, except from his steepness in his attack, his ability to variate when he's at his best, when he's a little bit off his game or a little bit tensed. It seems to be quite predictable. He cannot afford to be predictable here.
No.
But he has the fantasy to play creative badminton.
Service over, 3-6.
Oh, you anticipated that.
Good deception. If he can get those deceptions going, that's going to hurt Chen Long a little bit. Of course, he'll read them in after the first 2 or 3
Rally.
shots. He'll read the deception. So Viktor needs to come up with some new and sometimes play without deception, just injecting pace into the rally. Right. Missed it.
I don't think he was expecting the punch clear there
No,
anyway.
no.
So it was a clever shot from Chen Long.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was expecting an attacking shot, I'm sure.
Chen Long, quick.
Well, this seems to be a regular with Chen Long. Grazing his little finger there. Puts his hand down as he tries to retrieve a low shuttle.
Yeah, exactly. It's the
Yeah.
diving defense that
Yeah.
sort of
Play.
can hurt your fingers. The Lindan defense. The one who invented it.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it really sets the bar to a high level, didn't
Yeah,
it, with
yeah.
Lindan and his retrieving and so on. But what interests me is the way the women's singles players are now doing the same thing.
They are, and they're practicing it.
Yeah. Same developing.
And why shouldn't they? I mean,
yeah,
they should be able to carry out all technical skills as well as the male players.
Service over.
Would have liked the
6,
cross clear on that
7.
one.
oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Oh, he's missed it.
Yeah.
He's missed it. Would you believe it?
7 all.
This was fabulous. Look, Chen Long's desperately late into that.
But had it been in, he would have had a good chance of retrieving it, Chen Long. And I think that's, again, one of those mentally provoked errors.
Yeah.
Excellent quality on the lifts from Chen Long, even though he catches it there, very close to the floor.
Service over. 8-7.
I like the response after that missed opportunity on the previous rally.
Yeah.
That shows good character.
A bit softer than Chen Long expected. I think Viktor tripped a little bit in the backhand corner there.
Yeah.
So there's no pace to use for Chen Long.
Oh, well reached. It's going long.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's worth the dive, worth the effort.
And it's interesting that Chen Long isn't opting for the more powerful smashes. He's playing a little bit shorter attacking shots than he normally would.
Now, I'm a little concerned. We're not seeing it at the moment. Viktor Axelsen, that little slip you talked about on a previous rally.
Yeah.
I saw him just loosening the ankle afterwards, and now he's retying the shoelace. I think he hurt himself a bit.
And it's one of the issues with players this tall. I mean, to keep yourself free of injury, and we know that there's an enormous strain on especially the ankles. I still have sort of nightmares remembering when Thomas Stewart hurt his ankle during the '95 World Championships, where he was, in my opinion, on track to become the world champion.
Yeah. Park Sung-woo, he was playing.
Park Sung-woo, he was playing,
Yep.
went on to the final, lost to Haryanto Abi. Well, the president of the BWF Paul Høyer could also have done well there, but complications related to the birth of his first son prevented him from practicing. What a great shot there. And this is what I mean when I say that Viktor has the fantasy and the skills to challenge Chen Long.
Yeah. Well, that super shot is greeted. Look at that. Greeted by wild support and cheers from the home
Det har været
fans.
rigtig godt her de sidste par gange, hvor du har fået højden på
And that's
clearen med.
the most difficult
Så
shot.
kommer der ikke rigtig noget.
Jeg føler mig egentlig okay tilpas i de der. Vi spiller lige med flade, og så spiller jeg en overspilning.
Lige nøjagtigt.
For det er ikke sådan, at han lige pludselig går ind og laver et eller andet.
Nej. Det er bare vigtigt, at hver gang du laver et løft, at du er klar i omstillingen. Og han har ikke slået hårdt endnu. Han har ligget og lavet sin stik. Så en lille smule frem, som du har gjort de sidste 2 gange, du har stået defensivt.
Jeg vil gerne passe på at lægge 2 gange til baglinjen.
Ja.
Specielt samme sted.
Især over mod round ahead.
Ja, præcis.
Ikke?
Viktor.
So the words of wisdom, Steen?
I got distracted a little bit, but it was, yeah, he felt pretty good on court, and they discussed this, that Chen Long hadn't used the full power smashes yet, that he was just making these, yeah, a mixture between a smash and a drop shot, opting for steepness. Very good smash here, and it takes a lot to turn your body in that position, and as we mentioned earlier this week, Viktor is not only practicing with the strength coach, he's also practicing with the gymnastics coach in order to be as agile as possible.
Yeah, I thought that showed with his dive
Yeah,
just a moment ago as well.
there was a little bit harder smash, but still maintaining his balance, Chen Long. That's a challenge.
Yeah, I wasn't convinced by that. So no challenge from Chen Long.
No. No, it's in.
It was in. And we're sitting just off centre
Yeah.
of the court, aren't we? So it's quite difficult for us to see that line. But once again, good call, line judge.
Play.
Well, the run of points comes to an end, but that was 6 straight points.
8-13.
And it's easy to get a little content here, but he definitely can't afford that, because Chen Long knows that if he's going to have a chance of taking this game, he's got to score some points now. Good smash.
Oh, yes, that's nice.
Yeah. But he needs to sort of move forward and take his chances there. He cannot afford to play passive. He just needs to do it a little bit better the next time. So Chen Long knows that Viktor is coming forward. Oh, that's a great shot.
Fabulous, isn't it? I know you've been talking earlier in the week about the variation and the need to be able to do something just a little bit different at times. It was a perfect example, wasn't it?
Net play. And there's very few players on the circuit that can do that against Chen Long. Simply just hit it down straight without him being really close to it.
Not many players would dare to play the net shot off the net shot either.
No. It's interesting to me that Chen Long is actually playing a bit of a softer game that we've seen him do before, opting for the close quality shots around the net. Want to make the court big for Viktor.
I do notice, though, that he has his right shoulder heavily strapped.
Yeah.
And I thought yesterday when he was playing against Wei Nan of Hong Kong, I saw him sort of move his shoulder as if to loosen it up a bit.
Yeah.
So that's perhaps one reason why he's not playing
I think so.
the hard, fast smashes. Oh, a little bit of frustration there from Chen Long.
I think
did you see that, the way he moved his shoulder there?
Yeah.
15-12.
And it can be a really tricky movement when you execute that shot.
Well, that's fast forward.
Yeah. Great challenge by the net by Chen Long there.
Oh, that was going wide, wasn't it?
It's close. Oi!
Goodness. Brilliant. What a rally. Hey, hit that a couple of times before he actually played the shot.
But that was a great deception. And all of us in the hall, we were sort of moving a little bit in our chairs, but Chen Long, he just stopped his movement a little bit and then moved on.
Yes.
And that's what is so hard to sort of get into your game when you're moving from a junior player to a senior player. The ability to sort of absorb the deceptions in the legs, to be strong enough to do that, takes normally more than a year at least. But yeah, when you're #1 in the world, you should be able to do it.
Yeah, and he does it quite brilliantly. Missed it. Oh, it's called good. Challenge.
He's asking the audience if it was out. That's a little bit too late.
Yeah, I think that was out.
That's why I think it's out.
I think that's a great challenge.
It's the cork, the impact of the cork that decides it, and that's what's sometimes a little bit triggery when the shuttle sort of slides out. Really hard for the linesman to make a split-second decision.
Well, crowd got involved with the Hawkeye and the challenge system. It's shown on the giant screen. They're obviously scrutinising and scrutinising the high-speed cameras. Yes, it was out. Great challenge.
And Viktor with this sort of a little apologizing wink to Chen Long, and of course outside of court, I really like that. On court, I mean, it was out.
Yeah.
17-12.
Wow, wow. Great defense by Chen Long.
from wide.
Yeah.
And the 6-point advantage is restored.
Well placed.
Absolutely brilliant.
Service over. 13,
That's such
18.
an acute angle. Look at this. The lift was good too, wasn't it? It was deep.
And it hits the net. Hits the net court. Absolutely perfect placement.
Play.
Look at that.
And this time he wasn't able to sort of absorb it in the legs.
Service over. 19,
Yes.
13.
Yeah, a couple of times I've thought the lunge forward to the forehand net has been looking slightly awkward from Chen Long.
Yeah, I agree. It's not so easy to go to that corner. Viktor has the same issue, the way I see it. We've seen Chen Long being successful. That's long.
And now game point opportunities for the young Dane. Oh, magnificent.
Service over. 14, 20.
Oh, my
Oi.
goodness, that's wild.
15, 20.
It's
A
long.
long opening game to the number 6 seed, Viktor Axelsen. 21-15 in 23 minutes. No question, it was long, yeah. Well, what an opening game. My Axelsen.
Okay. Så han kommer ud og sætter tempoet op med mere pres generelt. Stadigvæk ture og blive stående langt fremme. Have roen og overskud til at holde variationerne i dit eget angreb, når du får chancerne. Ikke? Hvis der er tvivl, så er der plads ned i den forhånd. Men du har også rigtig godt fat i, når du bliver round ahead. Og det, han har gjort nu, det er, at han har startet lige, og så kommer krydseren på toeren generelt.
Jeg skal være nede i stængerne og løfte dem, fordi de kommer altså stejlt
Ej,
der.
jeg ved godt. Ikke? Men det er hele tiden omstilling, enten fra eget angreb eller efter eget løft.
Ja.
Ja,
Det er nykommet nu igen, ikke?
lige nøjagtigt.
Og vil du lige din vældialog på det nu, ikke også?
Hvad siger du?
Vældialogerne på
Ja,
det, kan man
ja.
sige, ikke også?
Ja.
Så de kunne forstærke dem.
Men det er nøjagtigt fra nu.
Når jeg er omstillingsparat, så vil jeg være klar på, at når jeg angriber, altså det er tit, de kommer de der krydser.
Krydser, ja.
Så når jeg slår, så skal jeg allerede være på vej fremad.
Ja, lige nøjagtigt. Og så bare have... Det er 2 nye sæt, så det er stadigvæk en del af en lang kamp.
Ja.
Og det, der egentlig er mest vigtigt, det er, at han har løbet betydeligt mere her, end du har.
Ja. Jeg vil gerne lige komme ud lige og sætte et par indgreb her.
Ja, jeg er enig.
So former world number 2, Yonex, Viktor Axelsen's coach, gives his advice.
Thank you.
Yeah, they're expecting Chen Long to come out with a bit more pressure and trying to up the speed in the match. Viktor needs to
Second game.
come forward and try to control the front court.
Play.
play with variation as he's done so beautifully in the first game here. And they had a couple of observations on how Chen Long opened up the smash combinations with the straight sort of opener, a little bit like a jab in boxing, and then going for the cross win. So they were alert to that. Also that it's just part of a long game. He's nowhere near home safe yet, Viktor.
No, that's
what a great shot.
Lovely backhand.
And you can see that Viktor has a shot variety that surprises Chen Long. He didn't expect that shot.
No.
That's not what they've seen on video.
No. But didn't the coach say something about the variation, keep the variation from around the head shot?
I didn't pick up on that, but
Okay.
hopefully, generally variation on. That's a good shot.
Oh my goodness!
And he gets it. He gets it, Chen Long.
Unbelievable! That was one of the best net shots you will ever see. Look at this, inside out. Plays it to perfection. Look at the way that shuttle was spinning. Forces the short lift. And then the obvious opportunity to play the winning smash.
Cross, yeah.
That's clever too, isn't it? Well, I was talking yesterday, wasn't I? I know I was talking during the Japan Open final that Viktor Axelsen sometimes with that round the head shot is too stiff with his upper body and his arm. He is playing quite beautifully. He's worked on that. That's quite obvious.
Yeah.
And it's so much better.
Oh, it just comes over.
So it's over. 2-4.
And this was a more relaxed shot. I think also it depends a little bit on what kind of pressure he's under. And we saw it a couple of times yesterday where he's under so much pressure that it's actually not an attacking shot that he's able to make. It's more like a flat shot, and I think he should opt for other opportunities. Chen Long wants to challenge, but the problem is you can't challenge on the short service line.
No.
No challenge. So it's over. 5-2.
Yeah. That's well played. Must give a lot of credit to Chen Long for always conducting himself in a very good way on court. Very polite and smiling and
both of them are charming men. I have to say, both of them always say hello to me. And
yeah,
very nice.
Not many do they? Do? backhand smash from Chen Long. Yeah, well played.
Yeah.
And he's been controlling the last 4 or 5 rallies, Chen Long.
5.
Yeah, I just sense a little shift earlier on. I was, very much felt that Axelsen was in control. And I
Yeah.
just sense that that's perhaps no longer the case.
No. In my opinion, Viktor's playing a little bit too much to the backhand side of Chen Long.
Well, we talked yesterday about Viktor Axelsen beating Lin Dan at the net. He's beating Chen Long today as well.
Yeah. And he needs to be strong at the net because otherwise he will get in the defense too often. That's why.
Overdone it.
Yeah.
7, 6.
It's been, the way I've seen it the last 5-6 rallies, it's been sort of a ceasefire between the two players, but Chen Long has taken the more points, and that's of course good for him, but Viktor needs to get going again. Soft-paced shots from Chen Long, that's punished.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that he's not really trying to challenge Viktor on speed.
Speed of movement, you mean? Or
No,
speed of shot?
shuttle speed, yeah.
So it's over. 7, 8.
And there's been some fairly easy mistakes from Viktor on the left sideline.
Yeah, it's good judgment from Chen Long.
9, 8.
No, overdone it. I'm not convinced by those flat exchanges
No,
to
neither
favour
am I.
Axelsen.
Chen Long should be seeking these flat exchanges because he's clearly having the upper hand. And I think Viktor needs to close his forehand side down. There's a lot of action going on in the forehand side. Exactly as when Lin Dan plays both Viktor and Jan Jorgensen. Yeah, you need to have some cross shots from the forehand. It's too predictable right now. That's wide. We saw yesterday the cross smashes from the forehand side of Viktor Axelsen towards the backhand side of Lin Dan. Very, very efficient And of course, it's a little bit more dangerous here because Chen Long is a right-hander, and he would have an easy time of reaching those shots. So he can give himself, Viktor can give himself some long runs from the forehand corner to the short backhand corner, but he needs to play them in order to have variation in his game.
Yeah.
Oy. That's an amazing return for such a tall player.
Yeah, and so much for my theory about the flat exchanges.
No, I think you're right. I think in the long run,
Yeah.
I mean, Chen Long would happily give Viktor that one if he can take the next 4 easy flat exchanges.
Yeah.
He was standing there.
So the advantage at the mid-game interval is with the world #1 Chen Long, but it is 1 point advantage only.
Godt fundet her, de 2 sidste. Det er vigtigt, det er at blive ved med at ville investere. Ikke? Bliv ved med at holde dine pauser. Ja. Og så giv dig selv en lille smule mere højde på nogle af dem, og så klar i defensiven. Og tør at træde frem.
Jeg føler det der. Det er lidt for langsomt noget.
Ja. Men
det passer ham godt.
Ja, men du skulle nemlig ind og kigge lidt mere på de første 3-4.
Ja, problemet er bare, at hans ryg, det ligger lige den der højde der.
Ja, men det kan jeg godt forstå.
Så jeg vender på, at jeg kan få fundet nogle temposkifter.
Ja.
Og så må jeg gå lidt hårdere på nettet.
Ja. Okay?
Og så ligger du der i vildt og investerer i.
Oh, a little bit of advice there from the mental coach as well.
Yeah, there's been also in the break between game 1 and 2. And Viktor says that he feels that it's too slow, and that's quite similar to what we've seen. That Chen Long is having the upper hand when the pace is not injected into the rally. When pace is injected, he's sort of running after Viktor.
12-10.
Yeah, well, the good net play from Viktor Axelsen.
That was also emphasized that I have to go a little bit harder on the net.
Yeah.
Play a little bit sharper on the net.
But that's, to me, is another one of your provoked errors from Chen Long, because he knows that he's got to play perfect, otherwise. Yeah, all right.
That's it. That's it. And even if Chen Long would have retrieved that, it would have been good because it would open. It's going to open up his backhand side. He can not only cover one side, and if he can get a cross clear from forehand side to forehand side, that would also be great.
Yeah. Oh, another good net shot from the Dane. Oh, unbelievable. He's in the zone once again, is Viktor Axelsen.
Yeah. And before the last 2 rallies, I would say that Chen Long had been dominant since his service was called too short and he wasn't allowed to challenge. Cover that forehand because he's playing flat into your forehand, Viktor. Yeah. And there's a little deception as well. I didn't even pick up on that in the rally. We've seen Chen Long also being able to push flat from his backhand side towards Viktor's backhand, and that's probably what's keeping the forehand open. Another deception. Wow.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
He's playing so well at the moment, Axelsen. But tactically.
as soon as there's shuttle pace injected in the rally,
Yeah.
Viktor is on top.
Yep. Missed it.
That's out.
That was 5 straight points.
And I take that as a sign that what we've been discussing, that probably the very best players in the world, they've taken a little break after the World Championships,
Yeah.
doing some cardio, some weight training, being ready for a long season up to the Olympics. Chen Long is playing well, no doubt about that. And I just think the Danes have prepared a little bit harder for this tournament than the Chinese team. Excellent, excellent.
Well, on my count, that's one of the first ones he's won at the net. How often have we seen Chen Long pounce on a net shot so far?
But
in
he
this
needs
match?
to do that. He can't allow Viktor to win the net. So he's got to let him know that he's there. Yeah, what a strapping on that right shoulder there.
Yeah, it's extensive, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the more that he perspires, the more we can see it.
Oh. What a lift.
Please welcome the technical officials to court number 2.
Well, middle of a rally, and the public announcement comes on.
And I've discussed it with some of the Danes in the earlier years, and they say to me that the players, they don't notice. But how do they know?
Yeah. 15 all. This is crucial.
Well played by Chen Long.
Yeah.
16, 50.
And now on court number 2. Many starters.
I don't understand it. Why can't we have 6-10 rallies of undivided attention on this beautiful men's singles here? Beats me.
Oh, that's good. That was good. From
And that
Chen Long.
was 4 quick points.
Yeah.
It slipped away there.
Make it 5 quick points.
5 quick, yeah.
Yeah. 15-12 upwards.
And in a winning position, 15-12, you start to thinking like, hey, I want to win this.
Well, the fans know that if this was to go to a third and deciding game, perhaps the world #1 would be the favourite. They know how important it is for Viktor Axelsen to keep the pressure on right now.
Play.
This is a situation where I would expect Chen Long's experience to
Yeah.
help him.
Well, I think those 5 straight points from 12-15 down, and that was an indication of the experience, wasn't it?
Yeah. There's too much power
60.
from Viktor Axelsen. It's used against him.
Indecision. Cost him, dear.
But here we see some of the things that we saw in Japan Open.
Yeah.
We see the hesitance, the indecision,
Yeah.
the selection of shots that are suddenly totally different from what's happened so far. And that needs to be better. And of course you learn from experience, but
Super.
Right now the score is 8-1 in the last 9 rallies.
Yeah.
And we've seen it on a number of occasions. We saw it in India against Shrikant in the final.
You're right. But those runner points means that it is game point opportunities, but that's one well saved. The first of 4 opportunities for Chen Long. Oh, we saw that return of serve from Liliana Nassi earlier today, didn't we? This time it is 1 game all. 21-17 the second game, and Chen Long's experience seeing him through there. 46 minutes into the match, and it's 1 game apiece. Yeah, he's got to stand his ground at the net.
Hvor skal jeg have den?
Har du noget vand?
Ja, noget vand. Ja. Kom igen. Først og fremmest. Nu får vi den fysiske udfordring. Okay? Det er vigtigt, at du tør at blive ved med at investere. Så kan det godt være, at du vinder en enkelt eller 2 hurtigt. Men du skal blive ved med at investere med det samme, der ikke er noget i duellen. Og efter du har fået 2 til 3 hurtigt, så skal vi have en af de lidt længere. Og vi skal huske at holde pauserne der. Ikke? Så det er temposkiftene, der gør forskellen.
Jeg føler, det er fandme sjældent, jeg er i en position til de temposkift der.
Ja, men det er du efter pauserne. Fordi så har du lidt ekstra i benene, og han får ikke den samme rytme. Nå, så stadigvæk, når vi spiller, så er den højde på løftene, og så klar i den omstilling, og klar i defensiven.
Ja, jeg vil være klar i defensiven.
Ja. Også have forhånden med en gang imellem med løftene. Ja. Det er at bide det ned i lidt mindre bidder her.
Vi tager den til 6-7 stykker.
Ja, lige nøjagtigt. Men der skal stadigvæk holdes nogle pauser, så du har det temposkift i dig.
Det er ret afgørende, at du ligger der fast i en vinkeløs, så du bliver der. Det er det ressourcer, man.
Ja. Okay? Ja, små.
Så langt fremme, så vil jeg have løftene med.
Ja, små bidder. Små bidder, ikke også? Ja, kom så. Det er den fysiske test, vi gerne vil have. Den kommer nu.
So, Steen, what was the chat there?
Yeah, it was the injection of pace, change of pace within the rallies, being willing to work hard.
Yeah. Yeah, it was the anticipation that really enabled that to happen.
Well played.
So it's over. 1-all.
And there was a significant difference with the gaming, the intervals between game 1 and 2 and game 2 and 3 were very different from the interval in the first game and the intervals we've witnessed throughout this tournament. Viktor was very, very confident against Song Wan-ho, against Lin Dan, and in the first interval here against Chen Long. But then sort of doubt crept in, the way I read it. He wasn't so sure. We heard him say, I want to do this, I want to do that.
Yeah.
There was nothing of that. There was things that he couldn't do.
Oh, that's interesting.
I feel that if he is to win this, he needs to create a gap of 4 or 5 points. And perhaps get a little help from Chen Long from a few easy mistakes or so. Wide. Just the start. Viktor needed if he is to challenge the world number 1.
Really got it back.
Service over, 2-4. Wipe the court. Thank you. Play.
There's the indecision again.
Yeah. So we know that Chen Long normally has an almost extreme shot quality, and I think he's upped his game.
Yes, and I think he's especially upped his game at the front of the court at the net.
Yeah.
I mean, in the early stages, I think I remarked that I thought Axelsen was winning the battle of the net play.
Yeah.
That's changed now.
It has.
Oh, it's taken.
We discussed it a little bit yesterday that in the women's singles that I've experienced the Chinese play a lot of cross shots to decide which side of the court, right or left, that we're actually going to play in. And I feel that we have some of the same here where Chen Long, unnoticed, gets to decide whether we're playing forehand or backhand here. And I think Viktor sometimes challenges it, but only on the front court where he can make these cross net shots. He's not challenging it at the back court. So I think he should more often say, hey, we're not going to play in this side, we're going to play in the other side.
Yeah. Look at that backhand.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Service over, 4-5.
That was unexpected for Viktor, so he's not the only one with surprises here. I think that was long. Yes. Good lift. Excellent play.
Yeah.
Excellent play. Very, very accurate shot.
5-all. Wipe the court.
It was perfect, wasn't it?
And again, a lot of the rally goes along without any real pace in the shuttle speed.
Play.
Cross. Again,
Overdone it.
Yeah, but again, it's Chen Long who actually decides what part of the court we're playing in.
So you really want Axelsen to dictate the rallies more and take the initiative first.
Yeah, I want to make sure that when Chen Long crosses, then sometimes Viktor crosses back, like here.
Oh, overcommitted going forward there.
Yeah, good deception by Chen Long. Yes, that's the change of pace that Kenneth was asking for. Victor said he felt he wasn't in a really good position, and that's, of course, thanks to Chen Long.
Oh!
That was a little bit short.
But a wonderful angle. Good execution. Look at this. Stretches up.
Yeah.
Little flick with the racket head to bring it down across court.
And did you notice? Cross on cross.
Yep. Oh, Kenneth Yonex still offering advice.
Yeah, they've been talking a lot about that it's going to be hard and he's going to take his breaks and so on. And it would be interesting if he was playing with a pulse sensor on to see what the pulse is. I mean, the bicycle riders, they know exactly what kind of pulse they're able to work with in order to avoid, what's it called?
Lactic build-up?
Lactate build-up, yeah, exactly. Because it's
but I've
important
seen some of the badminton players playing matches with the heart monitor on.
It's important to know whether it's just a feeling or it's actually correct that you are about to build up lactate.
Oh, challenge, yes, I'd challenge that one, definitely.
Viktor Axelsen, challenge for it.
It's looking at the line judge with frustration. Let's see if he's correct. I think he is. And
you thought that was in? You thought the line judge was correct, or Victor's?
No, I think Victor's correct. And
yeah,
that was the same line
thought.
judge he challenged earlier in the first game, so he's a little bit annoyed with that.
Yeah, it certainly looked wide to us, didn't it?
Wide.
But we'll... Yeah, well, there you are. Margins between success and failure are absolutely tiny at the elite level. Very, very good challenge.
So it's over. 9-6. Play.
Oh! Goodness me.
So it's over.
Chen Long definitely has the upper hand in the flat game. There's no doubt about that. Shorter racket movements, better strategy.
Oh, look at that net shot. Oh.
8-9.
A little bit too powerful. We can change the position and think what Chen Long would have done. And I think perhaps that Victor is about to get a little bit tired here because sometimes he's making choices that are a little bit too risky. He wants to end the rallies. Oh, he read that.
Oh, that was that.
He broke the string.
Broke the string. I was about to say that was a...
He broke all his strings.
Yeah, and look, they're in the center of the racket too.
That was really lucky for Victor and unlucky for Chen Long. Big opportunity there.
Yeah.
Quick.
Yeah, the fans doing their best to keep Viktor Axelsen going, encouraging, chanting his name. There we go. That's well and truly gone, hasn't it?
You need this racket. Victor. Victor. That's the racket.
Yeah, it's very much a courtesy amongst the players, testing of the new racket. Tennis players never do that, though, do they?
No.
Play.
Good return. Overdone
wide.
it. And the advantage at the change of ends is with Viktor Axelsen, 3-point advantage. Well, you said he needed 4 or 5 points, I think, Steen, advantage.
Yeah, this is about the time where we've seen Viktor in a number of tournaments when he's about to get a good victory, that he sort of
Thank you.
is not able to sustain his control over the game, and let's see if he can manage that today.
Fokus. Omstilling hele tiden. Klar i defen. Træd frem.
Jeg kan acceptere, at jeg nogle gange får nogle gode angrebsslag, men jeg vil fandme ikke acceptere, at jeg ikke er nede i,
Godt.
nede i benene, så jeg vil ned i benene.
Så er der ved at være omkring 10 minutter tilbage, hvor du skal ligge helt om. Du sætter ikke noget i gang, uden at du er klar derinde. Igen, vi skal holde nogle pauser, så du kan ligge op. Ja, ja. Okay, Viggo. Vild dialog.
Well, I understood focus.
Yeah, focus and ready in the defense. They accept that Chen Long is making good shots as well, but he won't accept that he's not close to it, and that's a good point. And I think Morten has taught him that when he was his coach in his junior days, at least on the national team.
Yeah.
Morten Frost, of course, is the one we're talking about. And then a very good point from Kenneth was that there's about 10 minutes left. 10 minutes left now. So even if it's hard, it's not the time to feel sorry for yourself now. It's time to step it up a gear.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of sweat to be dried off the court if necessary.
Oh,
great retrieval.
What a rally. Badminton. Well, you said he needed to keep using the cross there, the cross net. Then another cross net. Well, I can assure you we're sitting far enough away that he can't hear us, but obviously thinking the same way as you, Steen. That was great play, wasn't it?
That's wide. Long, actually.
Yeah, just long.
Yeah, lucky for Chen Long. But very interesting next 5 rallies. I have a feeling that Viktor's not going to come out victorious of the next 5 rallies. 3-2 in favor of Chen Long would be okay from a Danish point of view. 1-4 would be terrible.
Yeah.
Time 12.
That's attempted kill where he went long. He pushed it just long, Viktor Axelsen. Do you think he should have gone for the kill there? Or?
Yeah, I think he should, because he cannot suddenly become scared. It's just unlucky.
Yeah.
It's at a time where it's so lovely. It's that if that stays in, and you get to like 13-8. But it's more the time of the match that's disturbing.
Mm. 11-12.
Well. It was 9-12 when you said the next 5 points were important.
Yeah, so Viktor needs to win 2 now in order to keep it okay.
Yeah.
If he only wins 1 of the next 2, it's not okay, because he's sort of squandered his lead in no time.
Well, it's all level. 12-all deciding game. Oh, it's another soft point to Chen Long for love as far as that next 5 points is concerned.
And this is the reason why I said that is that this is a situation that he over and over again has been unable to tackle in a correct way. Let's see if he can get back this time.
Oh, look at that. That's brilliant.
That's five love in those 5 rallies.
14-12. Yes.
And is it lack of mental toughness, or is it that decision-making you were talking about?
I think it's decision-making.
Yeah.
I mean, it's in the toolbox. What do you do in situations like this? What's it most likely that the opponent's going to do?
Yeah.
So it's about Viktor has scored his own points, and he of course still should do that. But if he goes too much for scoring points, he will end up getting counterattacked.
Yeah.
So he must be prepared to play to a draw and make sure that quick points are not scored against him.
Yeah. Well, this is a run of 7 straight points. He was 8-12 down, was Chen Long.
Good shot. Play on, yeah. And you can see Chen Long, he's not taking any big chances now.
No.
He's just playing. Play on. Well played, well played.
Yeah.
Excellent. And this is where the experience sort of makes the difference. And Viktor's been outplayed pretty much since the change of ends. Except for 2 rallies. And I mean, still, if that push had been in, it would have helped him to 13-8. I still feel that the same situation would have occurred even though he'd been up 13-8.
Well, the reason I asked you about that push was because I felt that was a turning point. I felt it at the time.
Yeah. I just think it would have happened anyway. That's long. Challenge.
Chen Long challenge.
No.
Out.
I think this is Chen Long's first challenge of the match, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, it was out.
Was it? Yeah, I guess so. By a whisker. But for him, no problem in challenging. I mean,
Yeah.
we're close to the end of the match, and he's come off a run of 8 straight points. So just get a little break and be ready to finish it off.
Here we go.
It's in.
Oh.
That's even better.
Correction.
Yeah.
In.
Well, I'm surprised at that. There we go. Hawkeye's got the high-speed cameras
17.
looking straight down the line.
Play.
Oh! That is unbelievable, isn't it? 10 straight points. Straight points.
19-12.
And for Danish fans, this has obviously gone horribly wrong. For Chinese fans, their man has delivered once again. Yep. 11 straight points. Well, finally, the run comes to an end.
Yeah. And the thing is now that what happens from now on until Chen Long has won this match is unimportant because it's garbage time. it's decided now. So we should discard all rallies here. They cannot be used in video watching or as to sort of evaluating the match. Because now Chen Long, I've done the hard work, so yeah, you can get a point or two. And I guess around 16, 17 points, he will sort of gear up again, and I think he'll take the match quite comfortably now.
I think in all probability you're right, but I remember watching a women's singles the other day with a player that was down
12-19.
12-19.
Yeah.
Michelle Lee from
Yeah.
Canada in beating Okuhara.
Yeah.
I still have belief it can be done.
It can be done. It can be done, and what a great day to do it.
Yes,
if Viktor was able to pull that off. But the other scenario is just much more likely.
Yep, I agree. But you just never know. Yeah, he's ready to pounce. Provoked.
Yeah.
Error there. It was a really tight net shot from Chen Long in the first place, wasn't it? 6 match point opportunities. Yeah. Well, you're right, the odds are stacked against him. But it's still worth the fight, still worth trying.
The shuttle on, not on the playing area, but on the adjacent area, and Korean men's doubles players entering
you can see him.
the side of the players.
Yeah. Third time lucky. But there was nothing lucky about it. Chen Long showing why he is the world champion. Showing why he is the world #1. Class performance. Well, that is remarkable, isn't it? That run of 11 straight points from 8-12 down to 19-12 up. Absolutely extraordinary. Well, Viktor Axelsen and Chen Long are getting a standing ovation from the fans here in Odense. Well, there'll be lots to talk about with his coach, Kenneth Jonassen, and with his mental coach. And the final point, the moment of victory. And their confirmation, an hour and 14 minutes for Chen Long to come through. 15-21, 21-17, 21-16. Well, disappointment for the home fans in that men's singles with Viktor Axelsen appeared to be looking good at 12-8 up in that deciding game, but the sheer class and wonderful play of Chen Long, seeing him through with that phenomenal run of 11 straight points to go 19-12 up. Anyway, he finished it off in an hour and 14 minutes, but the home fans have got the mixed doubles to look forward to next, because home involvement, the three-time former champions, Jochen Fischer-Nielsen and Christina Pedersen, are up against Go Sung-hyun and Kim Ha-na, number 7 seeds from Korea. Well, once again, looking at the mixed doubles destination Dubai rankings, and as you can see, the two pairs that we are about to watch are on that list. Number 4, the Danes actually went down 2 places because they didn't play in Korea, and the Koreans went up from 7